Am I the a-hole for telling my date I'm not splitting the bill after he spent the entire dinner on his phone? Full story. Follow us for full stories posted daily. We're serving fresh tea all day. Back to the story. Hello, Tea Talk listeners. I'm Brianna. I went on a date last week that started off promising and ended with me questioning humanity. I met this guy, Chris, through a friend. He seemed nice, had a good job, normal conversations, no obvious red flags. So when he asked me out to dinner, I said yes. We met at a nice restaurant, sat down, ordered drinks, and that's when things got weird. Within the first 5 minutes, he pulled out his phone. At first, I didn't think much of it. Maybe he was checking a message, totally normal. But then it didn't stop. Throughout the entire dinner, he kept picking up his phone, scrolling, typing, laughing at something on the screen. At one point, I was literally mid-sentence, and he said, "Sorry, 1 second," and started replying to something. 1 second turned into 30. I sat there sipping my drink like I was on a solo outing with a very distracted background character. I tried to bring the conversation back a few times, asked him questions, tried to engage. He'd respond, then immediately look back at his phone. At one point, I just stopped talking to see what would happen. Silence. He didn't even notice. He was fully locked into whatever was happening on that screen. By the time the food came, I was already mentally checked out. I finished my meal, made minimal conversation, and just waited for it to be over. Then the check came. He put his phone down, finally, and said, "We can just split it." That's when I looked at him and said, "I'd prefer not to." He looked confused. "What do you mean?" I said, "You barely spoke to me the entire night. It didn't really feel like a date." He laughed like I was joking. I was just multitasking. Multitasking? "This isn't a conference call," I said. "I don't think it's fair to split the bill when I basically had dinner alone." His expression changed immediately. "So, you expect me to pay for everything?" I said, "I expected you to be present." The table went quiet. He ended up paying, but the vibe was ice cold. Later, he texted me saying I was rude and entitled and that everyone checks their phone sometimes. Sometimes, yes. This was a full-time commitment. My friends are split. Some say I should have just paid my half and moved on. Others say if someone can't even give you basic attention on a first date, they shouldn't expect a 50-50 split like it was a shared experience. Now I'm wondering if I made a point, or just made things unnecessarily awkward. So, tea talk. Am I the a-hole for refusing to split the bill after my date spent the entire dinner on his phone instead of actually engaging with me?